As you can tell from the title of this video, I have cracked the £50 mark. I have lost I've lost £50 exactly to the ounce, actually, since I started my Mounjaro journey back on the 1st of October 2024. So today is the end of week 25 of my Mounjaro journey. And yeah, I've lost £50, which approximates to just shy of 22% of my original body weight. So unbelievable. And I think many of us can agree that when you first start on this Mounjaro, I'm going to say journey again, but journey, you do wonder, is it going to work for me? What if I don't lose weight? What if this is another thing that I'm going to like fail at, or whatever? But once you actually start losing, and you start racking up those pounds and those weeks, it flies by. I can't believe I'm at week 25, or the end of week 25 already. My week 25 weigh-in today, so we're coming up to the 6-month mark, and I'm feeling great. I really am. Aside from, life happens. Mounjaro doesn't stop everything going on in your life, so negative things are going to happen and you're going to be able to deal with them. But what I can say is, I feel like I'm dealing with everything so much better. My mental health has improved, my outlook on life has improved, my mood has improved. This year, my seasonal affective disorder has been almost negligible compared to previous years. And yeah, I don't know, I can't remember when I felt so content in myself, content to be me. And yeah, not talking bad about myself, not talking down to myself. It's been transformational, Mounjaro, for me. I know not everybody has had a smooth sailing, as easy an entry as I did. And some people have, had even better than I have. But I I couldn't be more happy to be on Mounjaro and plan to stay on it for the foreseeable future. So yeah, it's been life changing, and I know that sounds so dramatic, and people might be rolling their eyes and thinking, "Oh, for goodness sake," but it's so true. I, the person that started this on the 1st of October, 2024, versus the person I am today, Saturday the 22nd of March, 2025, they're almost like two completely different people. And I've put a side by side in my thumbnail of the picture that started all of this off. So there is a picture of me, if you missed it, in a pink dress. I'll try and put it here. In a pink dress at my nephew's wedding. And I thought I looked great that day. And, I was rocking the dress. And God, I saw that picture and I nearly fell over. I mean, literally nearly fell over. I was so shocked by just how enormous I looked. This massive belly in that picture. And then if you look at the picture of me taken just the other day, I've actually sold the dress now on Vinted. I was like, shall I hold on to it? It's a significant dress. It's the dress that made me lose weight. But actually, I just thought, no, it's a really good dress. I've only worn it once. And so I flung it on Vinted. Anyway, that picture, that was the catalyst for me. That was the moment. And obviously I knew how big I was. I saw how big I was. You can hold up your pants, your trousers, whatever, and see how big your waist is. But I just didn't know that was an off, what's the word I'm looking for? It was an unexpected picture. Somebody took it of me when I wasn't paying attention. So, it was just what I actually looked like. I wasn't sucking anything in. I wasn't trying to hide my double chin. And yeah, when my nephew sent that through to me, and he sent it through to my daughter as well, and she was like, "Oh, Connor sent the picture of the wedding," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." And she's like, how'd you feel?" And I think she knew I'd be shocked. I think she was maybe shocked at what I looked like in the photos. So, but anyway, here I am, 25 weeks later, 50 pounds down, feeling completely different. And yeah, looking forward to the next sort of 6 months and see where that brings me to. So, as you know, on my Saturday videos, what I tend to do is go through my mood, cravings, hunger, side effects. I've got it written down here: sleep, calories, and goals. So, mood, well, as you can guess, my mood is pretty good. I'm feeling pretty happy, especially because yesterday I didn't think I was going to have much of a loss this week. I was really, really bloated, but I couldn't eat. There was something really bothering me yesterday, and I wasn't sure if it was the shot from Thursday or if there was actually something wrong with my tummy. I think I'd eaten something maybe that didn't agree with me, um, because I had some side effects later on in the evening. But anyway, so yeah, so my mood is quite good. I did lose weight this week, and yeah, it's as I said, it's just been revelatory this year in terms of mood. Hunger. Today's 2 days after the shot. My hunger is almost non-existent. Yesterday I had a really bad day, probably one of the worst eating days I've ever had on Mounjaro. I I could barely get anything. I had my morning protein shake. I'd taken out some soup for lunch. I couldn't even face that. And I can't even remember what I ended up eating, but I had to really push myself just to get a bit of something into me. And then, like I said, later on in the day, I was a little bit poorly. So that was what probably made me lose weight, to, to be blunt. Cravings. I have a very weird craving today, which I will share with you. I'm really craving KFC. And I probably won't do it after yesterday's episode, but I don't know, I'm really craving that very savory, strong taste, that you get with sort of like fried chicken, that really salty, greasy, chewy, hot, spicy as well. I like spicy. Um, so yeah, so I am craving that. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to say I'd risk it. What I might do is I might get like one of those chicken tender pieces, and see how that works out for me. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. I really fancy KFC. The mega, was it the mega meal or something, or the gravy mega box? That's what it's called. Yeah, it comes with like fries, uh, chicken tender, some hot chicken wings, and then one piece of regular chicken with a pot of gravy. So yeah, that would be my normal order. So I haven't had that in, well, 6 months, I think. I don't think I have. I had one piece of fried chicken very early on in my journey, and I learned my lesson. I was in agony. Yeah, it was. So I don't know if I'll try that again. But sleep. I have been so tired this week, and I think some of that is a bit of an emotional hangover from the job changes. So obviously more's coming out about changes at work, and the consultation that we've gone into. But what I can say is it's going to be right the way across the organisation. So it's not just my team, it's going to be all teams. It's going to be quite impactful on the organisation as a whole. The fact that I do a specialised role, I thought was going to be disastrous, but I think it is a required role. So whether they give me loads more work to do on top of it, I don't know. But anyway, so the emotional hangover of that is I've been really exhausted this week. So I've been going to bed pretty early and sort of sleeping, I would say, about 9 hours. Interrupted, of course, because I can't make it through the night without a wee because of drinking so much water. But yeah, so being truthful, I've been really tired this week, and I know some people have said in the comments that they're really struggling with tiredness and exhaustion. It is a known side effect of Manjaro, that some people get very fatigued. It hasn't really impacted on my um life too much. I mean, I do feel like I get into a very deep sleep, but I wake up and then I'm awake for a couple of hours, but I don't feel exhausted the next day. Like, I'm tired, but it's not impacting on my ability to work or get on with my errands and things like that. So yeah, sleep could be better, but it's not life impacting. Side effects. I've got my usual itchy spot in the back, in the middle of my back. I have a very slight rash around the injection site, which is a new thing. So I'm week 9 on 7.5 milligrams. It's only happened since I've been on 7.5 milligrams, and this is only the fourth week that it's really happened to me. But this week, it's less like, so there's like, it's less in size, it's not as itchy, and it looks like it's going away already. So I don't know if I'm just adapting to that, but it's not bothering me. I haven't contacted my provider about it because it doesn't really impact on me too much. Calories. Ugh. So because of yesterday, it's crashed my calories to 1100 for the week. So it's averaged out. So yeah, I was at sort of like 1250, 1300, but yeah, because of yesterday, now it's crashed out to 1100, which is too low. So I am going to try and have like a good eating day today, and I might do myself another protein coffee just before I go out, so that I'm boosting my protein, because I am still trying to hit that 75 to 120 grams per day, which is part of my March challenge. I did it yesterday, but I did it really through liquids. So I had a couple of clear protein drinks. I had my morning protein coffee. And then, like I said, I wasn't really able to choke down much else yesterday. So who knows? You do, yeah, like I said, life happens on Mounjaro. So because I had an off day yesterday, it doesn't necessarily mean it's related to the shot, but it can mean, that you've just picked up something. So probably the other side effect that I would say I had is I had diarrhea overnight. Yeah, so I was up twice in the night. So when I went to bed, and I think Karen, I said to you, Karen, Karen's journey, or GLP-1 journey, I commented to her that I didn't think I was going to lose much this week because I was so bloated and I felt really heavy last night. But let's just say that cleared overnight. So you catch my drift. And goals. So what I can say about my goals is, one of the things I'd set myself as a mini goal was to get under 90 kilos. So I'm now under 90 kilo mark. Was to get to 50 pounds. So I've made 50 pounds. So I've done 50 pounds and under 90 kilos at the same time. And the next mini goal is to get into the 13s. So in the UK, we use stone. So at the moment, I'm still in the 14s, and my goal is to get to the 13s. So I'm only about £2 away from that. So that brings me swiftly on to the numbers. So if you're only here for the numbers, here they come. So I started my Mounjaro journey on 247.8 pounds, which is 17 stone 9, or 112 kilos. Last week, I got under the 200-pound mark for the first time since the early 2000s. I can't quite remember when. And I weighed in at exactly 199 pounds. So I was £1 under the 200-pound mark. So I was delighted with that, which was 14 stone 3, or 90.1 kilos. I think that's right. And every time I do kilos on my calculator, it comes up with a different number. So I don't know. But yeah, about 90 kilos, 90 plus kilos. And then this week, I have weighed in at 197.8, or 14 stone 1 and 8, or 89.7 kilos. So I'm under the 90. I've £50 lost, and yeah, so I'm delighted. So it's 1.2 pounds I've lost, or about half a kilo this week, since last week. And my BMI is 31. So I need to look up what my original BMI was. I think it was quite high. I think it was like 36, 38, something like that. So that's come down. So I'm inching ever closer to the obese category. So yeah, so I've still got a few more points before I drop down into that. So yeah, so I'm pleased. I'm pleased so far this week. Like I said, the next mini goal is the only mini goal I'm going to have between now and Chicago, probably, which is to get under 14 stone, so get into the 13s. I'd originally said that I'd like to maybe lose 5 or 10 pounds before I went, so I'd have a bit of a buffer. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not pushing it. I'm not pushing it, and I am going to really try and have a couple of not heavy eating days, but like days where I can get my calories and my protein up this week, because I'm missing the enjoyment of food. And I think that's something maybe we don't touch on with Mounjaro, because we're so happy to have our cravings and our food noise reduced that sometimes we forget there is pleasure in eating food. There are things that we enjoy and we should be able to sort of take time out to have. And yeah, I'm really missing like a nice meal. I just really want something. So I'll see how I go today. But yeah, I might have something nice for dinner. Um, oh, the other thing I'm craving, which is random, is chicken breast and broccoli. So I know that's really healthy. But yeah, the yesterday where I wasn't feeling well, my head wanted chicken breast and broccoli, but my stomach just couldn't face it. So, but right, I'm going to wrap this up by talking about my March challenge. So we're on the 22nd of March, so 22 days into the March challenge. The original challenge that I set myself and anybody who wanted to join along was to consume 175 to 120 grams of protein per day, drink 2 litres of water per day, but not all at once, because you don't want to flood your body all at once. And if you wanted to throw in some exercise, for me, I set myself the task of exercising 3 times per week for 30 minutes per session. And I've done all of those tick, tick, tick. So protein, water, exercise. This week I have exercised 4 times. 2 of them were about the 30-minute mark because it was early in the morning before I was getting ready for work. And a couple of those times were longer, about the 45-minute mark, where I had sort of a bit of extra time. So, and I've been doing a bit of a couch to 5K. So I'm trying to get to the 5K mark. I'm trying to build up my running. Anyone who saw my shorts of me running, I run terribly. I run like a wounded elephant, really. I'm kind of all over the place. But anyway, I'm running. And yeah, so I did 4 runs in my 30-minute sessions. And then the other day I did a six runs in my 45-minute session. And then today I've done 7 runs in my 45-minute session. What happens is I keep pulling the red cord out by accident. I keep hitting it with my hand and the treadmill comes to an emergency stop. So I lose some of my tracking on that. But anyway, so yeah, so I've ticked all of my goals for my March challenge. Where am I going to say anything else on that? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good with where I'm going. If I feel too tired, I don't exercise, because I know if I've hit those three target exercises during the week, I'm happy with that. So I'm not pushing it too hard because I don't want to set myself up for failure. We've all been there. You set too many high aspirational goals and you fall short, and then you just chuck in the towel. And I don't want to do that. So got it's 8 or 9 days in March. I think I've got 9 days left in March. So that will be, let's say I'm going to work out 6 times in those 9 days. So I think that's a pretty good goal to set before the end of March. So how are you doing with your March challenge? How are you doing with your weight loss? Are you struggling with any side effects or any problems? Don't forget to put questions down in the comments and leave a comment if you like the video. Be supportive to each other in the comments. That's always really helpful. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And I will see you midweek for my midweek musing. And yeah, keep uploading your own videos. I'm watching everybody's new videos. There's a podcast. I think it's called the GLP-1 Diaries. I swore I'd write it down and I haven't, but I will put it down in the description if you'd like to follow along. The lady Anna seems to be doing a really good job of interviewing people, and I'd like to drive a bit of traffic her way. So if you are interested in podcasts, just having something on in the background, then maybe give that a go. So, okay, that's the end of it today. If you want to like and subscribe, I appreciate that because it does help my channel grow and it helps get the message out to everyone else that is starting on GLP-1s and is looking for a bit of guidance. So thanks everybody, and like I said, I will see you midweek. Take care.